All right. Hey everyone, this is John from Chaotic Commander back again with another Precon stream. So this pod is all Precons. We've got Precons from different areas, different eras of Magic. Got the I think I've got the oldest one here, the Wilhelt the Rock Cleaver. I think this is a Midnight Hunt. Right, this one. Yeah, Midnight Hunt. It's pretty old. I'm pretty excited. I've never played it before. I bought it for like $25 actually not that
Yeah.
long ago. So it sells for a lot more
It's
than
gone
that
up in
now.
price.
It
Yeah,
has,
it went way up. I bought that one. There was a Black Friday sale, like right when I first, like 2 years ago. I think I bought it for $14 with like the minimal packing
Right.
is what they called it. So it
Yeah.
like didn't come. It came in just like a cardboard box, but
Mhm.
I was like, hey, $14 for a Precon. You
That
can't
you really can't beat that. That's cheaper than like
go wrong.
the starter
Yeah,
Precons. All right,
Yeah.
but
they don't do those sales anymore.
no, but enough for me. Let's introduce our guests. We'll go around the table. We'll start next in turn order.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Joshua Rebel. You can find me Twitter or X or whatever you call it. Rebel6812, RebelDad68 on Blue Sky. And you can also catch me and my partner Alexis streaming every Sunday. We stream Commander on Twitch at Rebel Gaming 68. But yeah, I'm playing Kazla the Broken Halo. So I'm Jeskai tokens and Convoke and all that fun stuff.
Exciting. I think I've lost to this deck before, so pretty cool. All right, next up.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Daniel. I'm one half of Southern Sorcery. We do a lot of deck techs and box breaks and upgrade videos for precons and just general Magic talk with a kind of focus on new players and helping them understand the mechanics and some things like that. But anyway, I am playing Urini of the Unwritten. This is the new Teamer Roar precon from Tarkir Dragonstorm. And so I want to ramp. Hopefully I'll draw into some good ramp and get Urini out, and then just do the dragon things and attack everyone with flyers.
Yeah, I don't think this deck has a lot of flyers, so I'm going to do everything I can to stop that from happening. I don't think there's too many flying zombies going on. But all right, awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing how the new Precon does. Last but definitely not least, my good friend, you know him, you love him. Why don't you introduce him yourself?
Oh, you're talking about Daniel again?
Yes, but no.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Corey. I am one half of the Urcast podcast, where we just do a Friday night or a Friday podcast every week, just talking about all things Magic the Gathering. But I am spending this Friday right here playing the Inquisitor Greyfax from Warhammer 40k. So it's just kind of Esper obnoxious things. Like there's some token stuff, there's some tapping down people's creatures, and there's some clues. So it's a little janky, but you know, we're gonna make it work.
Awesome. Yeah, that was the last of the Warhammer precons I got, and it was pretty exciting to play it for the first time. All right, well, all the introductions are out of the way. We have already resolved mulligans and rolled to see who gets to go first, and I get to go first today, so I will draw. And I did
Streamer
not
hacks.
need that. Yeah, I'm gonna play this Temple of Deceit, and I will scry. Sure, I'll put that on top. I'll keep that on top, and I will pass.
Alrighty, I will draw. I'll play this Temple of Enlightenment tapped scry.
Ooh.
And we'll keep that on top. I'll pass the turn.
All right, I'm going to play a Temple of the Dragon Queen. I'm just going to let it enter tap because I don't have a turn one play, but as this land enters, choose a color, and then I can tap it for a mana of that color. I'm going to choose red. I feel like in a dragon deck makes sense.
Yeah, well, that's pretty
And
good.
pass the turn.
All right, I'm gonna draw, and I guess I will keep just things moving with a tap land of my own. Go Dismal Backwater will come in. I will gain a life and pass turn.
Okay, I will untap and draw. I knew what that was. I am going to play a Dark Water Catacombs, and then I will just pass. No turn to play for me.
Alrighty. Untap and draw. I'll play this island and cast this Fractured Power Stone. Taps for a colorless, or I can tap it to roll the planar die.
Oh, very nice.
And I will pass the turn.
I forget that
Gonna
was the one with the
untap.
plane chase cards in it.
Yep, it sure was.
We will play an Exotic Orchard, and we're going to tap 2 for an Arcane Signet and pass the turn.
Okay.
So,
Untap, draw. We'll play Exotic Orchard. And then I'm going to tap 2 for my own 2 mana bauble, but it's going to be a Talisman of Progress. And I'll pass.
all right, I will draw. Perfect. I will play a Swamp. I will tap 3 for a Diregraph Captain. Hey, Death Toucher Lord. And whenever a zombie dies, you guys lose a life. I'll pass.
Sounds good. Untap and draw. Let's
It's a target opponent. Never mind.
cast our first spell, which is a Chasm Skulker. And then we'll play this Temple of Epiphany tapped. That's right. And leave that little puppy on top and pass.
All right. Untap, keep draw. Well, okay. I'm going to play a Mossfire Valley as my land for turn. And then I'm going to play a Dragon's Horde
Oh,
for 3.
nice. Nice.
And pass the turn.
Doesn't make any sense. It's not like dragons are expensive or anything.
No.
I know. I'm
Yeah, the ramp is steady and scary.
well, I don't have any more lands or ramp in hand, so I'm hoping. I was like, drew my draw for this turn. I was really hoping for it because I haven't drawn a land since we started. So those are the only 3 lands that I have.
Nice, nice.
I'm going to tap for 3. We're going to cast out a Space Marine Scout. So it's a 2-1 with First Strike and Vigilance. There's the battlefield. If one of you has more lands than me, I can go search for a plains and put it into the battlefield tapped. But before I do that, I'm going to then play a Terramorphic Expanse, which I will also crack and go digging for a land, and I'll pass, searching for 1 plains and 1 other basic.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Tapping, drawing, islanding. I will tap 4. I will get out Will Help, the Rot Cleaver.
Nice.
Okay, and then I guess I'll just go to attacks. Daniel, I'm swinging a 2/2 with Death Touch at you.
That seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
I will take 2.
Sounds good. And then I will just pass. I'm not gonna sacrifice a zombie, so.
Draw a card. I'll trigger. That'll get a counter.
Ooh, okay.
Let's see. Yep. Blue, white, red, and 1 for a Whirlwind of Thought.
Oh,
Whenever I cast a non-creature spell, draw a card.
that's pretty good.
Pretty okay. And then I'll play this Evolving Wilds for turn. And I will go ahead and sacrifice it for a Plains, and then I will pass.
All right. Oh, well.
That was not a land.
Yeah, no, that's a cool little Omen Dragon though. It did kind of show the class.
It is cool.
Yeah, I do like Omen as a mechanic. I think that's pretty cool. I do hate that the one that's like a cultivate only does forest though. That's kind of annoying.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast for 5. I'm gonna cast Breaching Dragonstorm. When this enchantment enters, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. I can cast it without paying its mana cost. If its value is 8 or less. If you don't put it into your hand, and then when a dragon enters, the enchantment goes back to my hand. So a non-land permanent.
Well, there you
Okay,
go.
so that's Eshki, which is actually the secondary commander of this deck. Whenever you cast a creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on Eshki. If that spell's power is 4 or greater, draw a card. If that spell's power is 6 or greater, Eshki deals damage equal to her power to each opponent. The Breaching Dragonstorm stays out because that was not a dragon. And I'll pass the turn.
All right, so someone just redeemed the chat reward Grow a Pair. This one has been very rarely redeemed, so I want to say it's that we each create 2 Sapperling tokens. So I think that's what we're gonna do. So
That
everyone will create 2 green Sapperling tokens.
They're 1/1s, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
All right.
I'll make mine in a second. I'm gonna untap.
Of course.
Draw.
Where's my good marker?
It is Path of Ancestry tapped. Then for 3, I'm going to play an Assault Intercessor. So it's first strike menace, and whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, that player loses 2 life.
That's pretty good. It's really annoying
And
for me.
then-
Yep.
I think
Just
I'm gonna
want to
kick it
kill
off.
all your stuff.
Josh, I'm going to swing at you with a 2/1 first strike Vigilance, Space Marine Scout.
I am taking 2.
All right, and then I'll pass turn.
Okay, on tap and draw. Okay, that was cute the first 3 times I drew a land. I need to not do that anymore. Okay, play land for turn. I'm going to tap for an Undead Alchemist. If a zombie would deal combat damage, instead that player mills that many cards. If you mill a
Hey.
creature card, it gets exiled, and I create a 2/2 black zombie. So let's do this again here. Who do I want to go at? So I'm gonna send a 4/4 at Daniel,
Oh boy.
and then I will send a 2/2 with Death Touch at Josh.
I think I would like to throw this less pretty sapperling under the bus.
Sounds good. What about you, Daniel? How you feeling?
Yeah. I'll put this angry sapperling in front of it.
All right. So you will each lose 2 life from your creature dying,
Yep.
and
2 is
that's it.
better than 4.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll pass.
Okie dokie. Consider that. Draw. And let's see. Let's tap 1, 2, 3. And 4. And cast this Ichor Elixir. It says if I would roll 1 or more planar dice, that's not relevant. But it taps for 2 mana.
All right. I mean, that's pretty good.
And then.
You're ramping pretty hard for being in Jeskai over there.
Tap 2. And a white. I'll leave a colorless floating for a Spirited Companion. The goodest of boys. On ATBs, I'll draw a card.
Did you get your draw from the?
Yeah, I've got my draw for turn, that, and then that. So it's a 5/5.
Okay.
And nothing to do with the additional mana, so I will pass the turn.
All right, let's untap and draw. Well, all right. No more land still. That's not great.
I mean,
Let's see.
it's not great for us.
Yeah, that's
I'll trade
true.
you. I need to stop
I'm
drawing
gonna
lands.
cast a Parapet Thrasher. That is on the cast going to trigger Eshki. So when I cast a creature spell, she'll get a 1/1 counter. If it was power was 4 or greater, which it is 4, I'll draw a card. If it's 6 or greater, then it deals damage. So it was not 6, so it will trigger the first 2 though. So I'll put a 1/1 counter on Eshki, and then I'll draw a card.
Wait,
Are you kidding me?
you'll tap your mana first, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Red
Trying to cheat over there.
3. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
When the Dragon Storm goes back to your hand.
Yes, the Dragon Storm goes back to my hand, and then the Parapet Thrasher, I believe, is a new dragon. When one or more dragons you control deal combat damage to a player, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Destroy target artifact that opponent controls. This creature deals 4 damage to each other opponent, so not that opponent, the other 2. And then the last one is exile the top card of my library, and you can play it this turn.
Okay.
No haste or anything though, so just gonna pass.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna untap. And we'll play a swamp as my land for turn.
Nice. Nice.
Then yeah, okay. And for 4 to bring out Inquisitor Greyfax. So 3/3 with Vigilance gives all my other creatures +1/+0 and Vigilance. And then I can pay 1 to tap Greyfax to tap an opposing creature and investigate.
Nice. Very nice.
Then for 3, I'm going to play Commissar Severina Rain. This one is whenever it attacks, each opponent loses X life, where X is equal to the number of other attacking creatures I have going on, and then I can pay to sack a creature to gain life and draw a card.
That's pretty good.
Mhm.
And I believe I will go to combat. But I'm going to hold these back and let's see. Josh, I think I'm going to swing both of these at you, actually. So it's a 3/1 first strike and a 4/2 first strike menace.
Hmm. Well. Mhm. I think I'll just block the 3/1 and take 4.
Okay. And it does have first strike, so you're not going to do any damage back to it.
Yeah.
And then on your creature dying, it'll trigger Assault Intercessor, so you're going to lose 2 more life as well. Alright, and then Greyfax gives them all Vigilance, so they're not going to tap, and I will pass turn.
So John, do you have a creature that says when a zombie dies, we each lose a life?
Yes.
Corey's got
Yes.
some, and it's pinging us.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
anytime
just
one of our creatures
2
dies.
life whenever an opponent's creature dies.
Okay,
Got it.
so here's what I've got to do. I'm gonna
Absolutely nothing.
pay 6. I'm gonna do this at sorcery speed. Drown in Dreams. So I control my commander, so I can do both. I'm going to draw 3 cards, and Daniel, you are going to mill 6 cards, and any creature you mill is going to get exiled, and I'll create a zombie token for each one.
Is that on cast?
So I get to, I choose one, or I choose
Okay,
both.
before it resolves, then I'm gonna pay 1 and rapid hybridize your commander.
As I cast the spell. So yeah, it won't matter. I'll still get both modes.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. That's why I was asking if it was on
Yeah.
cast or if it was on the resolution of the sorcerer.
Yeah, it's on cast. So
It's an instant.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'll draw
In
3,
that case, yeah.
and then you'll mill 6.
Scourge of the Throne. There's 3
There's all
lands.
your lands.
4 lands. So yeah, and what were you saying?
Each creature gets exiled, and I'll create a 2/2 zombie token for each one.
You get 1 2/2 zombie. You milled 5 lands, 4 lands, a sorcery, and a dragon.
Oh, it doesn't have decayed.
So just the creature gets exiled, or
Yeah,
it all gets
just the creature.
Just the creature. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And then I played land for turn. I drew a bunch of lands with that, so that didn't really help me too much. Okay. And then I am not going to attack, but I will sacrifice this zombie to get a decayed zombie at my end step to draw a card. And then I'll
You'll lose 2 life as
Yep.
well. Yep.
Yep.
Then
Okay.
everybody else loses 1.
Yes. And I have 8 cards. I'm going to discard a swamp.
I'm already at 27.
That is the end of my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, that creature that's pinging everybody is pretty annoying.
Tap and draw.
Creature?
Sure.
What? No, that's triggered once. Thing actually.
Okay.
Oh, that's a cool card. Some neat
See.
things in here.
Yeah, I think we'll do this. 3 and a white for a Keeper of the Accord. So at the beginning of each end step, if a player controls more creatures than I do, I'll make a 1/1 white soldier. And at the beginning of each opponent's end step, if they control more lands than I do, I can tutor for a basic plains card on the battlefield tapped. And then shuffle. And then there is nothing else I can actually. I'm wrong. I can tap 3 and convoke my commander.
Ooh, that's nice.
5/4 convoke flying vigilance haste. And whenever I cast another spell that has convoke, scry 2, then draw a card. And that's going to be my turn.
All right. Let's untap and see if I have any more lands. Although
I mean,
the first one I milled was a dragon, so I wouldn't have gotten a land on this turn.
so I helped you really.
Oh,
you
I
go.
didn't tap now.
Yeah.
I mean, still, tapped is better than nothing.
yeah. You should be happy.
Let me hold it just in case I end up drawing another card. I might get a land that
Yeah.
I'd want to come in untapped. Okay, so 5 mana still. Let's go ahead and cast that Omen Dragon I showed you guys earlier. Whirlwing Stormbrood. I can cast dragons at sorcery. Cast sorcery and dragon at instant speed. Sorry, look, can't read.
I was gonna say you can always cast dragons at sorcery speed.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It was I can cast
Oh, no
sorceries and dragons at instant speed. Yes, sorry. That will trigger Eshki, get a counter, and I'll draw a card. So I'll go ahead and play my Path of Ancestry tapped. Still got 7 in hand.
That's a nice full grip.
Let's see. So Josh's commander has flying. Corey and John, neither of you have flyers, I think.
Nope.
I don't.
And then what's your next biggest? Like, what's your biggest creatures right now?
I have a Death Toucher,
I've just
so
got-
it doesn't matter.
True.
I have a 4/4, a 5/3, and a Death Toucher, and 2 1/1s.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a 3/3 and a 4/2 flying, or first strike menace.
Oh yeah. That's right. I forgot about that guy. Okay, yeah. So in that case, I'll just swing the Thrasher at John for 4.
Sure.
And then on the trigger, I can either destroy a target artifact, have it deal 4 damage to each of the other opponents, or exile the top card of my library to play it this turn. I don't have any mana up, so I don't think I want to do that. I don't think there's anything artifact crazy that's out there.
I think
don't really want
You
to.
might be the only one with an artifact. Oh, I guess you have a talisman,
okay.
Corey.
Yeah.
Oh,
But isn't your commander? Is it just a legendary, or is it an artifact creature? The Inquisitor Greyfax. Is he
Oh,
an
it's just
artifact
a legendary
creature? Just a
creature.
regular. Yeah. I was gonna say I don't really want to use it on that, so I guess I'm just gonna have Josh and Corey take 4 each.
All right, I go down to 36.
ow.
23.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw.
Yes. Keeper does not trigger on the end of your turn.
And island per turn. And then I'm going to go straight into combat. So I'm going to swing with everything. It all has vigilance.
Jeez.
Let's see. We'll go 2 Sapperlings at Josh. The Assault Intercessor. I think we'll go Josh. Just because I don't want it to get blocked and has menace. The other 3, I'll send Daniel's way. And then there's going to be a trigger off of Severino Rain. So because I've got 5 other creatures attacking, all 3 of you will take 5 damage off of the attack trigger
Okay.
before we go to combat.
Ouch.
18.
Jeez, dude.
This
So-
shorter. This might not be the longer game you were predicting,
Yeah,
John.
I'm getting bullied over here.
Yeah, I mean. All right. Yeah, I see. That's
So, Josh, you've got a 4/2 first strike menace, and then 2/1 just with vigilance.
I'll block one of the Sapperlings with my commander and take 6 more. Down to 12.
oof.
And then Daniel, you've got a 3/2, a 3/1 with first strike, and then a 3/3.
So I do have a 4/4 here,
Yeah, I got you.
just so you know.
So, what I'm going to do before you declare blockers, just to simplify it, because I was going to do this pretty much anyways, is I'm going to tap for 1 colorless, and I'm going to pay that into Greyfax to tap down your largest blocker, which I'm assuming would be your dragon.
4/4.
Yeah.
The dragon's a 4/3. This Eshki is a 4/4, not a dragon.
Yeah, we'll do the 4/4. So it'll just be tapped, and then I investigate, so I'll make a clue.
Okay, so you've got a 3 what?
A 3/1 first strike, and a 3/2 just regular with vigilance.
Greyfax is still attacking, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
How big is it?
3/3.
oof.
Does that have first strike or anything?
No, only this one, the 3/1 has first strike. Rest of them just have vigilance, and then they're getting like a pump from Greyfax, a +1/+0 pump.
And is one of those 3 the thing that's pinging for life?
No.
no.
The one that went to Josh is the one that's pinging for life when stuff dies. One that just did 5 to everybody is
The commissar.
yeah, the commissar was based off of what all's attacking quantity wise.
Let's block the commissar with Whirlwing, which
Okay.
they'll both die. And then the next, are the other two the same size, or are they?
So I mean, Grey Fax is really out of combat once it's tapped. You know.
Not how that
Oh, it
works.
is.
No, that's not how that works.
No.
I think it's
No,
still in
Yeah,
combat.
it's still
No,
a
it's
tap.
still in combat.
Yeah.
3. Okay. Well.
That's it.
So then
Yeah,
you
they're
got a 3/3 and a 3/1 for striker.
Yeah, I can't get rid of the first striker, so we'll just it doesn't matter. They both do 3, so we'll just block one of them with the sapperling.
Okay. And then
So
off
I'm
of
gonna
everything you have
take-
die, you'll
Yeah,
take
I'm gonna take
2
4.
damage per.
Gosh, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7 total off of that combat. Gross.
Yeah, that's wild.
Hit main phase.
I don't think I've been attacked except for that one time, and I'm lost 11 life. And you guys, you poor guys. Jeez.
I'm gonna go for 4 and a white for Celestine the Living Saint. So it's a 3/4 flying lifelink. At the beginning of my end step, I return a target creature with mana value less than the amount of life I gain per turn, so it won't have anything to do with this turn. Path Ancestry, I'm gonna scry real quick. I'll leave that on top, and then I will just pass turn.
How many lands do you have there, Corey?
I currently have 2, 4, 6, 7.
All right, so Keeper's going to trigger. I'm going to get a Plains, and I think you have more. You have 5 creatures still,
Yes,
so I'll make a 1/1 human.
you monster.
Okay.
I hope that 1/1 human blows up in your face and you take 2 damage.
All right, I'll
It
play.
most likely will.
I'll play a Tainted Isle for turn. Oh man, this is tough, dude. Okay. Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna tap 4.
Oh, hey. Sorry, not to interrupt you real quick, John. So there is a comment in the chat where they would like to redeem share some treasure.
All right, so during your end step, we'll create a tap treasure token for our next turn. So just remember that. So go ahead and create yours, Corey, because he did do it during your turn.
Sure.
And then after my turn, I'll create a tapped one, and then same for Josh. And then I'll put 2 blue and 2 for Empty the Laboratory. Sacrifice X zombies, so X will be 2. And then I will reveal until I get 2 zombies and they get put on the battlefield. So I'll do this Decayed Zombie and the Lord, but that will give me another zombie. And then I will reveal until I get 2. So I got Gorex, the Tomb Shell. This is dead. Sol Ring, Liliana. Okay, come on. It's a human. Zombie Apocalypse. It's funny. That's a demon. And Diregraph Colossus. Alright. So they'll both enter. I get a +1/+1 counter on it for each zombie in my graveyard. Just the 1. So he comes in with a 1/+1/+1. And then whenever I cast a zombie, I get a 2/2 black zombie creature. Okay, I don't have anything exiled with Gorex, but alright, that's fine. Okay. Empty the lab. Okay, I only have 3 mana now. Alright. So Corey, you've got a lot of stuff over there. I really just don't have good attacks. So I'm just gonna pass. Let's see. At my end step, I will sacrifice this Decayed Zombie to draw. Will help. And I will lose 6 life because I sacrificed 2 zombies and then that.
We'll each lose 2 life from the sacrifice zombies.
think it's only others.
No,
So
it's
just
only
one.
if you, on off of your creatures.
Yeah, it'll only be 1 life for me.
Okay, it is 1 life then.
Yep. So I will pass there.
John, how many lands do you have?
I have 7.
Ooh, I'll go to plains, and I think you have more creatures than I do too.
You have what, 5?
Yes.
I 3, 4, 6. I have 6.
I'll get
Yes.
a huge man.
Oh, do you have a mana rock down there with your lands, Josh? Is that what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I see that. I see the power stone. I see it there. Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, I have a Death Toucher, so that's cool. All right. Maybe I can survive until my next turn.
I don't think I can, unless I draw something that says, "Hey, gain a life for each token on the battlefield."
Yeah, Corey became a problem real quick.
Nah. Not a problem for me.
No.
Yeah, I thought about getting rid of it, and then I was like, well, it's helping out, and it's taking the other guys down, and John really wants to sack stuff, so like I think I'm just gonna let this ride, and then I lost 2 creatures on my last turn, took 7 damage. Like, maybe I should have dealt with that.
Realistically, though, it's keeping Wilhelm in check. Let's just.
It is.
I'm not
it's
really.
Just also
I don't.
hurting me.
I don't want to sacrifice any of my stuff. Not really. I did that because I needed to, not because I wanted to.
Digging for answers. Yeah.
'Cause I'm not drawing very good. Most of my draws have been lands.
2 and 2 colorless. Or a Battle Screech. I'll make 2 1/1 white birds. And stuff. 2 of those guys will draw a card from the Whirlwind of Thought. We'll put another counter here.
Ooh.
And let's see. We'll take 1 and 2 for an Arcane Signet. I'll draw a card.
Nice.
Put a counter.
Jeez.
Whirlwind of Thought's pretty good.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll go ahead and tap 3, 4.
Oh yeah.
Or
I get a tap
a-
treasure.
Nesting Dove Hawk. It says at the beginning of combat on my turn, I populate. Whenever a creature token enters the battlefield under my control, put a 1/1 counter on Nesting Dove Hawk. And I'll go to combat. We'll make another bird. And we'll send a 9/9 Chasm Skulker at Corey.
Oh yeah.
That can't be blocked, right? This old gimmick with it.
No, it can be blocked. It just when it dies, I make
Oh.
X1/1 things with Island Walk.
Well, I throw with my Sapperling in front of it.
Okay. That is going to conclude my turn.
All right. Tap. Draw. Wow. Man, I wish I had that treasure right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Ooh.
just too swingy if it's during someone's turn and they can use
I get it. Yeah, I get it. I get that. I'm going to tap out for 6 and cast Selvalla's Stampede. We're each going to vote. You can vote wild or free. If you vote wild, I'll reveal cards from the top of my library until I reveal a creature card. If you vote free, I can put a permanent card from my hand onto the battlefield. So you guys
how many
decide
cards
how
do you have in
wanna vote.
hand?
I've got a full grip.
Shit. I think I don't know. What do you?
Most
guys
people
think?
vote wild because they,
Yeah.
but you know, it's also a deck full of dragons, so
Yeah, I feel like
this is hopefully where I catch up a smidge.
I mean, I think I'm going to vote wild.
really.
Daniel, you can
Well,
choose first,
because-
don't you?
Yep, I'm going to choose free because I do have something in my hand I want out.
Yeah, I would vote wild because he can plan around what he has in his hand, whereas the deck is going to be more like a chaos warp effect.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I guess I'll choose wild.
Everybody else is choosing wild.
Daniel, convince me on free.
Well, I mean, I can definitely help out a little bit with Corey. I cannot gain you life though, Josh, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's
Here's the
Why
other
would you
thing,
wanna
like
help out?
I have the one thing in hand that I really want out. I have other stuff in hand, but like
wild might be better.
wild might be better. I don't really know. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no like what's in my hand is fine. Like you've
Mhm.
seen the Breaching Dragon Storm, which went back to my hand, and I've got 2 other creatures.
Yeah.
So you don't need to handle Corey. Corey's basically out of gas.
It doesn't matter to me either way.
Yeah, let's do wild. Let's be wild with.
All right, let's do it. So I'll resolve my own first. I'm going to put Broodcaller Scourge onto the battlefield. When one or more dragons you control deal combat damage to a player, you can put a permanent card from my hand equal to or less than the damage that was dealt by the dragon.
Okay.
And then we'll start here. All right, so the first one is Leyline Tyrant. It has flying, and I don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end. When this creature dies, I can pay any amount of red. When I do, it deals that much damage to a target. Next one. Land. Talisman. Well,
There
these
you go.
lands.
There's
All
our- you
right,
didn't
cool.
shuffle very
Land.
good, did you?
Jesus. This is a Storm Breath Dragon, has flying and haste protection from white. I can pay 7 into it. It has monstrosity 3. When it becomes monstrous, it deals damage equal to each opponent equal to the number of cards in that player's hand. And then the last one is going to be Territorial Hellkite, flying and haste. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose an opponent at random. This creature attacks that person if able. If you can't choose an opponent this way, tap the creature. So it can't attack the person it attacked last. So then I guess if it got down to 1v1, I would just have to tap it.
It'll just be
Since
like
it couldn't-
was it expended every turn, basically.
Yeah, something like that. Oops. There's all my cards. All right, and then on the resolution of that, shuffle the rest into your library.
Jeez.
That's going to put 3, since it was all 3 dragons, that's going to put 3 counters on my dragon horde, going up to a total of 4. Oh, sorry, 5 because of the brood collar. I mean, I can't use it to draw a card this turn because I had to tap it for mana anyway.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Jeez. Okay. Well, that pretty much can put Corey down to like the same level.
Yeah, pretty close.
So what? 2 hasty dragons that he can't block. Well, he could block 1, I guess, with the.
Angel.
Yeah.
Well, Corey has an angel.
I do.
He
Got
doesn't.
a 4/4 flying vigilance,
Okay.
lifelink.
Well, for Territorial Hellkite,
Yeah, it's random, right?
it's random, so I would have to, just go like 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2 goes there, 2, 3 goes there, 4, 5, 6 goes there.
Yeah.
But then the Storm Breath Dragon, which is a 4/4, can go at Corey potentially, but I'd be trading it with that other flyer, which is also not bad.
Yeah.
So let's do the roll to see who the Territorial Hellkite is coming at, because it has to be swung. I don't just something that happens at the beginning of combat. It was a 6, so it's going to be going at Josh. Sorry, Josh. And then I'm going to send the Thrasher at John and the Storm Breath. Oh, it's pro white.
Yeah, so you're
That
good.
one will go at Corey.
All right, I guess I'll take 4.
I will also take 4.
The one coming at me doesn't have trample or anything, right?
It's just flying and haste.
Flying and haste. All right, I'll throw a bird in front of it.
Whenever one or more dragons I control deal combat damage to a player, I can put a permanent card with mana value less than or equal to that damage from my hand onto the battlefield with Broodcaller Scourge. So I'll have 2 dragons that dealt combat damage, 4 and 4. I'll put a Vengeful Ancestor onto the battlefield. It's a dragon with flying, and when it enters or attacks, I'm going to go to target creature. And then when the goated creature attacks, it deals 1 damage to its controller. I'm going to choose... I guess I'm going to choose that Flying Angel of Corey's.
Okay. And then Josh, you'll also lose 2 from your bird dying.
Oh, yeah.
I'm also going to put out Tarian Mauler.
That's a dragon.
It's a changeling. Yeah, so it's a dragon in this, so it triggers the Dragon Horde. And then the Parapet Thrasher is going to trigger whenever one or more dragons you control deal combat damage to an opponent. Choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Destroy a target artifact, or I'm going to have it deal 4 damage to each other opponent. So Corey and Josh are each going to take 4.
Okay.
And then let's get rid of Corey's Talisman.
Okay. Talisman's gone.
And I'll move to my instep, so then I get my treasure. It comes in tapped now.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, that's awfully slow.
It is. It is.
On your instep, I'm going to tap 2 and just crack my clue to draw a card.
Sounds good.
Then I will untap. See what poor Corey can do after he's been bullied into the ground like this.
Is that right?
I mean, you're
Poor
still at
you.
27 life.
You're
Poor Corey, I'm at 5.
you're like ahead of everyone, and you've got a life lead.
Yeah. Yeah, even with that turn that I just had, you're still...
Yeah. We'll drop a swamp for turn.
It makes you guys feel better. My zombies can't deal combat damage. They make you mill, so I can't really reduce anyone's life total.
That's
Except for
true.
my own with sacking them.
That's
for shit.
true. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm going to keep my turn pretty simple, I think. I'm going to go to combat, and John, I'm going to swing at you with a 4/4 flying lifelink vigilance angel.
It's going to deal 1 damage to you, sir.
And I will take 1 damage.
I will take 4. I have no choice.
Okay, and then I will gain 4, going up to 30.
I don't have flyers.
Second main phase, I'm going to tap 4. Tap for 4. I'm going to cast a Vexillus Praetor. So, main thing is it basically gives my commander protection from everything.
It's pretty good. It's going to trigger my Mauler to get a 1/1 counter.
Okay. And then I will go to my instep, which is going to trigger Celestine. So I gained 5 life this turn. Or, I'm sorry, 4 life. So I can pull out something that has 4 mana or less and put it to the battlefield.
Pretty
The creature
gross.
is going to be my Commissar.
I knew that was coming back. Whenever I got rid of it, I was like, that's coming back.
Yeah, and I'll get a plains at your instep as well, because I think you have more than 6 lands.
I do. And then I'll pass turn.
Yeah, the only person you haven't been getting anything from is me because I still only have 4 lands.
All right. Untap, draw. Fuck. I will play a swamp. I really want to do this. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for a Butcher of
boy.
Malakir. Whenever
It's gonna
it
trigger
or
the
another
Mauler.
creature I control dies, each opponent sacrifices a creature.
But
I think that kills me.
So,
be close because of Corey's little
yeah.
guy.
But it's a flyer also. So, so I'm going to go to combat. I'm going to send a 4/4 Death Toucher at Corey. And I'm going to send. Do I? It won't. Then I'll send a 4/2 at you as well, Corey. So you
a
have
4/4
and a
and a
4/2.
4/2.
The 4/4 has Death Touch, but they don't deal damage. They'll just make you mill cards because they're both zombies.
Okay. Okay. Well, I can block both of them without repercussion.
If they die, you have to sacrifice something. So I don't.
Well, I got first strike, so I would get around your death touch.
You would still have to sacrifice something if it dies.
From the butcher, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's fine. I will block your 4/4 with my 4/2 first striker,
Sure.
and then the 4/2 with my 3/1 first striker.
Okay. So they'll both die. I'll create.
I would like to respond to blocks.
Okay.
Okay.
I would like to tap red.
I was really hoping you would just
Weird.
mill 8 cards.
3, 4, 5.
I do have recursion, so it wouldn't be like maybe the end of the world.
It would just benefit me a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Shatter the Source. So I have the mode I'm going to choose is deal 6 damage to a target creature, planeswalker, or battle. But I have some triggers. I'm going to scry 2 and draw.
Okay.
Bottom both of those. I'll draw from Pazla, and then I'll draw from Whirlwind of Thought as well. And we're going to be targeting the Assault Intercessor.
Nice. Okay.
That's the one that's pinging everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then, this will still die. So everyone will have to sack a creature, but you won't
It'll
lose life
exile.
from it. No.
Is it still exile?
No, that's only if it goes from the library, and that creature just died.
Oh, that's
anyways.
only if you mill it. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, got you. So we each have to sack one creature.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to stack my Space Marine Scout.
Sack one of my humans.
All right, and that
I
will
think I'm going
trigger.
to the Mauler.
I will get a zombie, the Cade. Then at my instant,
How many lands do you have?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 8.
8. So I have 7. I'll get one more planes.
But I'll just sack this decayed zombie to draw with will health. All right, I didn't need another land, but
So we have to sack another creature.
yes.
All right. I will sack my Praetor.
Okay, so
Huge,
now
huge.
now he doesn't have protection from shit anymore.
Oh, that was just my commander, which was
Yeah.
probably the least of your, your threatening things.
Well, now he just got to get rid of the angel, and then he will be put into check. All right, and that's it. My turn's over. I don't have to discard or anything.
And tab and draw.
We got there. We got to an hour. We don't have to do a game.
I thought it wasn't gonna last that.
know,
It was getting
it-
close.
We slowed down. We had to slow Corey down a bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Snarl untapped.
got rid of a couple of my things too, which is a bummer because I still have so little mana.
Yeah.
You got big boy dragons though. You're in good shape. I think it's gonna come down to you and John.
I don't.
Board's a little too
I don't
beefy.
know about that. My board is I've got 3/3/3/3 1/1s. It's not that crazy.
Okay. Hey, quit bragging over there.
I've got a bunch of little dummies. So
It's the butcher, the grave pack. That's
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I had to spend
Free pick of
7
wings.
mana for that. Like you just got
I
like
know,
you got like 16
know.
power out for 6 mana.
right? But you also killed. You've killed 6 things already with it. That's really good return.
Leave me the fuck
cast
alone
this-
then. You won't have to worry
Nope.
about.
This Elspeth Stuns champion, please.
Okay, yeah, no response from me.
Add trigger to draw a card.
I mean, I'm last in priority for that anyways. But I didn't see a single counter spell.
I've got no mana, so
So comes in with 4 counters on it. I would like to -3 to destroy all creatures power 4 or greater.
oh, that's not great.
Okay.
That's
Responses,
so much for
guys.
this game lasting an hour. That wipes my board.
That wipes your board.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Good.
All
I'm
right.
good with
Well,
it.
it's gonna get worse because it's gonna trigger Butcher twice, so everyone will have to
Mm-hmm.
sacrifice 2 more things.
Right.
And
I'll sacrifice this.
I will
and the
create a 2/2 decayed zombie from the Gorex dying.
And I will make 9 1/1 squids with Island Walk.
Gross.
I don't have an island yet.
None of those puppies. Then
Well, shit.
two, 3.
What are you doing? Stop it! You're already dead.
Oh, did you convoke that first spell?
No, I didn't.
How the hell do you have this much mana?
I have paid 6 for this, and then I'm convoking my commander back out.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I was like, how the hell are you paying 8 to recast? I forgot it's got convoke. Yeah.
Yeah. And let's. We'll just pass the turn there.
All right, Jesus. You have 9 squids, so that's like 9
Yep.
blue mana.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Drew a land this time.
Hey,
A little too late, but it is all right.
jeez.
Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we'll just tap 7 and cast my commander for the first time this game.
Hey.
Urini has flying and trample. When it enters or attacks, look at the top 8 cards of my library. I can put a dragon card from among them onto the battlefield and put the rest on the bottom of the library.
Lands.
2,
Damn
3,
it, that's a dragon, isn't it?
4,
Fuck.
5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm gonna go ahead and cast the Hammerhead. Whenever I cast a spell, return up to 1 target non-land permanent an opponent controls with mana value less than or equal to that spell's mana value.
So how big is that?
It's a 6/6.
Jeez. Okay.
Pass the turn.
Cool. What's that? Oh,
Oh, I made put 9 counters on the dude, the Devhawk.
play a swamp per turn.
Shit.
I always forget that trigger.
There's too many problems, man.
So I'm going to recast Greyfax using Path of Ancestry, so I'll scry. That can go to the bottom.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to scry 1 too. I missed that trigger.
And then for 4, I will play Naam Shai Marad. So it's like a weird recursion piece that's political. So if it deals combat damage, I can target something in someone's graveyard, let them recur it, and in return, they target something in my graveyard and let me recur it.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
maybe Daniel wants to get a dragon back out, and I could get like a utility piece back out, and we could figure something out here. I will just pass turn for now.
You could politic with me, buddy.
I don't know you.
Oh, okay. Untap. Draw. Okay.
You're half the reason we're in this predicament.
That's just not true at all. Okay.
Accurate, I believe, is what you mean to say.
All right. So I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for a rooftop storm. Yay! Woo! All right. Everybody, draw a card. Boom.
Hey.
Damn, that sucks. Alright. I'm gonna play this Demir Aqueduct, returning this swamp back to my hand. Then I'm gonna cast for free a Horde-Wing Scab. Other zombies I control have flying.
Hey, there you go, John.
Whenever a zombie deals combat damage to one or more opponents, I can draw a card equal to the number of opponents, so damage this way, and then discard that many cards. But unfortunately, you guys have just got too much going on. But that'll create a tapped zombie from the Diagraph Colossus. I really need to deal some damage, guys. But I think I can only deal damage really to Corey. So Corey, I'm gonna send a 2/2 flyer at you in the air. So
I mean, to be fair, that is probably who you need to deal some damage to
well,
right now.
so it only works if I deal damage to like if you each would take a little bit of damage, I could try to draw something, but I don't think you guys are inclined to do
Why
that
are you?
at this point.
Why are you trying to draw something?
Not so much.
To figure out what's going on. Anyways, I was sending a 2/2 in the air at you with the Cade.
I guess I'll take 2.
Alright, so it'll get sacrificed. Nothing happens right now, but I will draw 1 and discard 1. Oh, are you kidding me? I'll discard Swamp.
Get wrecked.
I'm getting real tired of drawing lands.
I don't feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
I need all the lands. I think
All
I
right.
missed like 5 land drops.
I'll go to my instep. I will sack this to create a decayed zombie and to draw a card. Draw. And then I get to discard another swamp. I'll pass. That's the end of it for me.
Tap. Control. Let's play a mountain.
It's pretty good.
Not too bad. We're gonna +1 Elspeth and make 3/1/1 White Soldier.
Nice. That's so not good. for us.
Which will also put 3 counters on the dev hall. I'd then like to tap these 3 soldiers to flash back this battle screech to make 2 birds.
Okay.
I'll draw a card, whirlwind, and then make 2 more birds.
Jeez.
Up to 3, which will put 2 more counters on the Devhawk.
Okay.
Let's go to the combat step.
Yeah.
Let's send 6 squids at Corey, 3 at John,
You know,
and then
I could have killed you last turn. And I did.
I don't know. I'm just trying to even out life totals a little bit.
I could have killed you multiple.
I'm already at the lowest life total next to you.
And then 16-16 at Daniel.
All right.
I'm sorry.
That's-
On combat,
even.
I'll make another bird.
All right.
And
I
I could have killed you several turns ago, but I just couldn't pull it off.
In response, I'm going to attempt to rapid hybridize the giant thing coming my way.
I would like to respond by tapping.
Go ahead. I just have a cast trigger. When I cast a spell, return up to 1 non-land permanent an opponent controls with mana value less than or equal to that spell's cost. So it's 1. I don't think anyone has anything out that's 1, right?
you'd have to do a
You can
token.
bounce a token, yeah.
I'll get rid of one of the tokens that's going at John.
Sick.
You mean Corey, right?
No, he meant me. Don't be cute.
Okay. So
So
you're
this is on the spec.
rapid hybridization on the Devhawk.
Yes, on the giant guy that's coming my way, I'd really rather keep my dragons that I cast last turn if I can.
That's fair. I'm gonna tap away. I'm gonna Swords to Plowshare my own Devhawk.
Oh, that changes.
You want to gain a life.
Yeah, that's a lot of life.
Gain 17.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
22.
yeah.
I was not expecting that.
No, I'll lose 2 because the 2 island walkers, I guess.
We'll lose 6.
So post combat, second main phase. I can't talk today. Let's pay 2 for Angel of Finality. When it enters the battlefield, exile target player's graveyard. I don't really think anybody's done really much graveyard stuff besides Corey. I think he's probably already done it. Right?
He did say something about having a recursion piece on his board during his turn.
Yeah.
Simmer down.
But I mean,
I have a recursion piece.
my deck cares a little bit about the graveyard.
Yeah.
But I don't have a lot of creatures in it either way. So
Yeah, Corey, I think we have to hit that graveyard.
Okie dokie.
Damn. That hit.
That was a hit.
Five. For a deluxe dragster.
Oh.
Non-creature spell, I'll draw.
Okay.
This thing, it's a 4/3. Whenever it can't be blocked except by vehicles, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you can cast target instant or sorcery from that player's graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put in the graveyard, exile it. Through 2.
Okay.
That's a good draw.
Josh, right back in this.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
Or impact trimmers.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's not good.
No. That is not.
And that's going to be my turn.
I don't love the impact tremors.
No, that's gonna be
Not
be-
one bit.
That's gonna be bad for us. But you can return it back to its hand easily.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So land for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
So,
6,
I
7.
guess
I have
Daniel
8.
keeping that from being what is the game right away. Right.
Probably. Yeah. Honestly. Yeah. I think we just go to combat. You have an angel now. Your birds fly.
Yep. I have 4 birds, Kazla, and Angel of Finality. 6.
How big is the angel?
This one's 3/4. This one's 5/4, and these are 1.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm a dummy because I've not been attacking with Kazla, and she has vigilance.
Oh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to combat, and Josh, you just got real scary. So I'm gonna swing my commander, which is a 7/7 with flying and trample your way, but on attack it's gonna trigger. So I'm gonna look at the top 8 and put a dragon into play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I just got 1.
Not a whole lot of options there, but
And then man, there's
It's a 7/7 trample, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, I'll block with just the Angel of Finality and take 3.
Okay. The Deceptive Frostkite, when it enters, I can have it enter as a copy of a creature I control with power 4 or greater, except that it's a dragon instead. So I'll have it be a copy of. Let's see, if I make it a copy of Urini, it just dies, right? Or is that? Yeah. So I'll have it be a copy of the Hammerhead.
You would still get the
So now when
ETB trigger, right? So you could maybe get something better, but you could whiff.
That's true. I could try for another one. I think actually having 2 of the Hammerhead is okay because now when I cast a spell, I can bounce 2 permanents.
It's 2 things, yeah.
So I think that actually works out okay.
Pretty good.
Okay. Dang.
It's actually a pretty gross little combo right there.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
In my second main, I'm gonna tap 1 and a green to Farseek. But that is gonna give me 2 triggers, and this time it's 2 mana, so I'm gonna bounce the impact tremors. And let's get rid of a bird. I think that makes sense because you're gonna just keep making birds, and those are flying blockers, which eventually is going to.
I don't actually have anything that makes them. I'm making soldiers from Elspeth.
What made the burn? Oh, it was an
Battle.
instant or something.
Yeah, Battle Screech.
Okay, that's right. You redid it from the grid. Yeah. You're right. Well, still, I'm gonna go get an island, swamp, mountain. I'm not gonna get an island because I don't want island walk right now. So I'll just get.
Yep.
That's interesting. Yes.
Mhm.
All right. And I think I just have to pass the turn after that and hold up some mana because I don't know what's going to happen over there on that next turn.
Yeah,
I'm
this
gonna
is bad. This has been a crazy game. This very the thread is
Too busy
moving around,
bullying me.
right? Oh,
Yeah,
shut up!
I
Shut up!
I thought I might get there for a second.
Yeah,
but,
no, Daniel's kind of scary. Josh is
I
pretty
was
scary
for sure. Josh is. I mean, yeah, with all those. I mean, I'm sure Impact Trimmers is just going to get recast, but still, it's
Yeah.
like, ugh.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna go 2 and a white for a Bastion Protector. And I will scry 1 off the path.
That's the one that gives it
to
+2/+2 and indestructible, right?
Yes, sir. And now I have a 5/5 indestructible vigilant commander.
You do indeed.
I do.
Jeez.
And we will tap 2 for an Inquisitorial Rosette. It's just an equipment, and whenever the equipped creature attacks, it makes a 2/2 creature token come in that has vigilance. That's a tap. Basically, it's tapped and attacking, but has vigilance, so it's not tapped. And then all of my creatures will gain menace until end of turn. And I will move to equip it for 3 to my commander.
Sure.
Let's go to combat. I don't have anything in my graveyard, but Daniel, would you let me hit you? It'd be for 4, essentially. It gives me no benefit because I won't recur anything, but it will let me recur something out of your graveyard under your control.
Why
Do 4
why would
Huh?
you do that?
That's 4 damage. It gives him something to help fight off Josh a little bit with. I don't think he's necessarily coming at me right this second.
But he's got so much terrifying things in his yard.
True.
I would have taken the 4. I've got something that would help. Maybe.
Well, okay, let me do this then. What's in your graveyard?
I've got the Butcher of Malakir, which would
That would not help me, though.
it would. I got my Diregraph Captain, it's a Lord. The Butcher would basically get rid of his whole board eventually.
And mine
Have
will
to also get rid of ours. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you don't have to worry about Daniel's big dragons anymore.
You could help me get this Angel of Finality back, so I Daniel's graveyard next.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, for Demir deck, there's not a whole lot of recursion in here. I'm seeing.
Yeah. So
It wants to exile them to get stupid tokens, but it doesn't really. All right, so you're going at Daniel.
Okay. I'm offering to go at him for 4 if he doesn't block. And in return,
trying to politic you, Daniel.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Let's see.
Because it has to deal combat damage basically to let you dig around.
Yeah,
But he gets to pick.
Honestly, I'm trying to decide like who gets to pick.
So in theory,
Corey. Gets
so
to
what would
pick.
happen is I get to pick, and then you would pick something for
gotcha.
me out of my graveyard, but I have no graveyard.
Right. The problem is, I mean, other than just putting another dragon out, nothing that I have is really gonna help. I don't like the Parapet Thrasher, but like it deals damage to each of you equally, so it's gonna hurt you too. Similar to the situation that.
Well, it's any permanent too, so if you've got any like I don't know, artifact, enchantment, anything like that you want.
No, just lands.
You want to go get a land?
I mean,
I'll give you any island you want.
do you need the attack trigger? Yeah.
Oh no, I'm just doing. Oh, it's not an attack trigger; it's a combat trigger. But I don't need any trigger. I'm just doing it for the sake of doing it.
Yeah. I mean, again, I can put another dragon out, but it doesn't. I mean, and I can swing it at Josh, assuming that going down to 18 doesn't somehow get me killed before my next turn.
I mean, it's not going to get you killed on my behalf, you know.
I know. Yeah, I know. But honestly, 18 and 22 is
Yeah,
not
the
that
same.
big a difference. If I'm gonna die at 18, if Josh has got a way to deal 18, he probably has a way to deal 22. I would imagine.
So I'll swing at you for 4/3 with vigilance.
All right, block it.
All right. So I'll take the 4. The Broodcaller Scourge lets me put a permanent from my hand onto the battlefield when a dragon deals combat damage. The Tyrant lets me bank unspent red mana, which could be, I mean, that potentially could be good. The Territorial Hellkite is the one that you have to roll for to see who it attacks. Stormbreath is pro white, so that would allow me to swing it in, but just for 4.
I'll let you take the pro white one, even though, you know, just because for now.
Okay.
There you go. And then I will pass. Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't played a land yet. I will play a choked estuary, and then I'll pass my turn.
Okay. And that's funny, but I don't need it. All right, I will play a swamp return. I'm gonna play this Midnight Reaper for free. I'm gonna tap the zombie from the Colossus. I will tap 5 for a Liliana's Mastery. So zombies I control get +1/+1. When it enters, I create 2 black zombie creatures. So I'll have 2 untapped ones. Okay. So I have 5 mana. Sure, I'll sack the treasure, because why not? 4 more. For Open the Graves. Whenever a non-token creature I control dies, I create a 2/2 black zombie. So all my zombies get +1/+1. These have summoning sickness. And so does this. They're all flyers. Okay. Corey, my man. My main man.
No habla inglés.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. Alright, I'm gonna swing a 3/3 in the air at you. Unfortunately, there's just too many blockers to go around. So it's a 3/3.
You still have a Death Toucher? Or no?
No. I do not. Not anymore. It was just the Gorex.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, just 3 at you, bud.
3/3.
Yeah.
Do I want to take it?
It's in the air, if that matters.
It doesn't matter for how I would not take it, but I think I will. I'll go take my 3, go to 19.
Okay, this will get sacrificed. I get to draw 1 and then discard 1. Are you kidding me? It's another land. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. I will go to my instep. It's a non-token creature. Non-token creature. I'll sacrifice the tapped one to draw a card. I'll create another decayed one. Jeez. Okay. That's it. I'll pass.
Tap.
I'm trying here. Digging. Slowly. Very slowly.
Draw. Need more land. We'll play a mountain. And yeah, we'll go ahead and cast the Impact Tremors. Draw a card.
Yeah.
In response, I'm going to tap my Dragon's Horde and tick off a counter, and I'm going to draw a card and look for it. Oh, the one time I don't need land.
There you go. Welcome to my life, man. I've been drawing nothing but lands this whole time. It's been great.
Let's +1 Elspeth to make 3 soldier tokens. Which will
Oof.
ping everybody for 3.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Let's tap 2, 3,
Oh.
for Goblin Medics. It's a 1-1, and whenever it becomes tapped, it deals 1 damage to any target. Impact Trimmers, it'll ping everybody for 1. And 2, 4. For Fellow Sage, it's a 2/2 that whenever it becomes tapped, I may draw a card.
All right. All right.
Impact Trimmers will trigger. Ping everybody for 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing things. Let's tap these 2 to crew this dragster. So we're gonna ping. Is there anything with 1?
My Sapperling, I guess.
Yeah, we'll hit a Sapperling just to make it okay. And I'll draw a card. And John, what instant and sorceries do you have in your graveyard?
I have an Empty the Laboratory, which only cares about zombies, and then Drown in Dreams, which is an X spell. So I don't know if that helps you out.
No, Daniel, what do you have in your?
Is it instants and sorceries?
Yeah.
I've got some okay stuff for sure. I've got Storm's Wrath, which deals 4 damage to each creature and each planeswalker, although that would not be great for
your
you.
board.
No.
Hey, yeah, that's what you want, right?
I've got a Farseek. I've got
Yeah, I hate doing this now, but I think I have to. Red, white, and colorless. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Wear Tear. For artifact, I would like to hit. I think the Dragon's Horde. And the enchantment is the Rooftop Storm.
Okay.
Trigger from Whirlwind and draw.
Is there any responses, Daniel?
I'm going to cycle this and draw a card. No, my Dragon Horde will just...
Yeah, Rooftop Storm
Just
is
die.
gone. I got 2 whole zombies with it, so that's cool.
And Daniel, how big are the hammerheads?
6/6.
Ooh,
Yeah, it would have been
I hate that.
I saved 1 mana by using the Rooftop Storm. Oof.
I did it I had to cast something just to draw a card.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
I feel like you could have just casted one part of it, right? The other.
Yeah, that's fair. I will attack Corey with Kazla for 5 in the air.
In response, I'll tap 1, to tap my Grief Axe, to tap Kazla, and investigate.
Okay, and take the 5.
Yep.
And That's going to be my turn. Oh, damn it. Never mind. I messed up. I meant to attack with the dragster.
You were going to attack me with the dragster, right?
Yeah, I was going to attack Daniel with the dragster.
You still can. It's fine with me. I have a play though in response to the. I'm going to beast within it,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna bounce 2 of your birds.
Okay. With those targets on the stack, I would like to tap 3 of my birds, 1 of my soldiers.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I'm gonna bounce 1 bird and the impact trimmers.
Okay.
On the cast.
Okay. All right. So this is all in response to your critters. So 4, 5, 6. I'm going to cast Artistic Refusal. Has Convoke and choose one or both. Counter target spell and draw 2 cards, discard a card. I have a Kazla trigger to scry 2, draw a card, and then a trigger to draw a card here.
Oh. Okay.
Draw. And then draw from this. And we're going to counter Beast Within. And I'm going to draw 2.
So on the cast, the things get bounced.
And discard. Well, it's in response to your targets. So you cast, your triggers go on targeting, and then in response, I counter.
So the
draw.
targets have to resolve first before the counter can resolve, or how's that work?
No, he can resolve that first. It's just you still would.
Okay, so the two bounce, they stay on the stack though. This would just still get.
they'd still get.
Well, this.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there's a bird and the impact.
I should have just kept it at 2 birds, but impact trimmer seems scary, especially with Convoke. So
Yeah, well.
And then I drew 2, and I'll discard a mount.
Oh, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that.
and so the hearse has to deal the damage first, and then it gets the trigger.
Yes, deal combat damage, which is 4, and it can only be blocked by vehicles.
I did know that. So I'm guessing you're going to go for the Stampede.
Yes, I'm going to cast Selvala Stampede. And I'm going to draw roll.
Okay.
What did you cast?
Selvala Stampede.
Oh yeah.
And I would like to choose 3.
How many cards are in your hand?
Currently 7.
I'm also going to choose free.
I will go with wild.
I'll choose free. Let's see how that works out.
Okay. And Selvala Stampede is it creature?
I think it's permanent from
it
hand.
is. It's from your hand. It's permanent. From the library, it's a creature.
Okay. Permanent. For my free is going to be the impact trimmers.
Yeah, I guess that's not a shock.
Yeah.
And then Daniel, from your free is going to be a Flock Chaser Phantom, which is a 5/5 flying vigilance. And whenever it attacks, the next spell I cast this turn has Convoke.
Okay.
That'll trigger impact trimmers.
Yeah.
And then I have 2 wild.
No, you have one more free from me and then 1 wild from Corey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is a Goblin Instigator. It comes in and has a 1/1 Goblin. 2 more damage from the impact.
Okay. Well, thank goodness you've already done combat.
Yes. wild for a creature. Oh, Flight of the Equinox.
Wow.
It's 8 mana, 4/5, convoke flying,
Okay.
and that will ping everybody for 1 more.
Okay. All right.
Gross.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Yep. And I did my fun stuff. I'm ready for someone to kill me.
I'm
Okay.
gonna try.
All right, Daniel, you've got this. I believe in you. Because what? He can't block one of your dragons.
Let's see. For 2, I'm gonna cast Dragon Tempest.
That's
For
good.
5, I'm gonna cast Skargan Hellkite. I'm gonna have it enter with a 1/1 counter on it.
Yeah.
That's gonna trigger. What's that?
Oh, I just thought you were gonna resolve that other trigger first.
The Dragon Tempest doesn't have a trigger.
From your.
Oh, you're right. It does. Yeah. Let's get rid of the other 2. Well, the birds are tapped. What do we got here? That's 2 mana. Do you have anything that's 2 mana that can fly?
No. I have an 8 mana and a 6 mana flyer.
Just bounce the impact tremors again. Might as well.
Let's get rid of.
The treasure token. I'm just saying shit.
Let's get rid of.
You can bounce this Goblin Investigator or Instigator.
What did it do on ETB?
It makes me a token.
Yeah, so we don't want that.
No.
Yeah, let's get rid of the Impact Tremors again and your Arcane Signet.
Oh, okay.
That is going to trigger. This cast has Riot, so I put a 1/1 counter on it since it already has haste from the Dragon Tempest. Dragon Tempest is going to trigger. I can deal X damage to any target, where X is the number of dragons I control, and right now that's 5. So I'm just going to deal 5 to Josh.
Okay.
Yep.
And then
How did that dragon come out again? Oh.
these 5 here. Yeah. That is gonna have me scry 1 though.
Yeah, I don't want one of those.
We don't want an island, guys. I don't
Can't-
want an island.
Can't get
We're gonna go to combat. I'm gonna probably just swing out, but Ureni's gonna have his trigger. I think I'm probably gonna end up swinging everything at Josh just to try. So Ureni's gonna trigger, and I'm gonna reveal the top 8. 1,
Nesting
2,
dragon. Oh, shoot.
3, 4, 5, 6. That's what I needed.
Ooh.
7, 8. Tarka World Render. Whenever a dragon you control attacks, it gains double strike until the end of turn.
All right, since it's already attacking, it won't trigger.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But you do get.
But it is also gonna. I'm gonna also get the trigger there from the Dragon Tempest. And so now I control 2, 4, 5, 6 dragons. I'm going to deal 6 to Josh.
Okay.
And then I've got 7/7 with trample, 2 6/6s, a 5/5, and a 4/4 pro white.
Okay. It's crazy, man.
Okay. Let's.
Oh shit. There's more.
Yeah.
There's always more.
Let's do a thing.
Gotta try.
I'm gonna have 3 of these white soldiers.
Oh, I'm sorry. On the cast of the Storm Breath Dragon, I'm gonna have 2 more bounce triggers here. So let me pick that before I kind of skipped over that. Let's get rid of. Let's see. It's a mana value 5. So 5. Do you have any flyers that are mana value 5?
No. Just 6 and 8.
All right. Jesus Christ, there's so much stuff on your board. Let's. How big is your commander?
5/4.
6 2. Wait, let me double check this. Is it? Yeah, mana value equal to or less than that spells, and that one was 5.
Mhm.
So can't target the commander. Let's do the Whirlwind of Thought. I think card draw is probably a good thing to bounce. Trying to see what else is there that
I don't
can
know.
do stuff. What about your Elspeth? You can't activate your Elspeth.
There's Keeper, there's tokens. I mean, you could bounce one of these mana rocks.
Yeah, you've got so much Convoke going on. Okay, so what's 5 or less right now? I mean, obviously all the tokens, but then the Goblin with the ETB, I don't want that. What is there anything else that's 5?
Both of these guys, they just care about when they become tapped. 5, the Dragster's 5.
Yeah, let's do the Dragster. I don't want
Cheaper
you
vehicle
accruing that,
model.
and yeah, I think that makes the most sense.
Okay, so those are the targets from that cast.
Yes.
So that will allow me to respond, tapping the tokens before.
So that would happen then before the combat is declared, before the Atarka, before the direct damage is dealt. So if you're going to respond to that, then my board would look like this. And I would, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you're bouncing that. That bounces before combat.
Right. Yeah. I just
Okay,
missed.
I misunderstood that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So those are gone. That's cool. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All good. Then everything goes back to the way it was.
Yep. You're good. Okay. So responding to the attackers now.
Yes.
Tapping 3 of the white soldiers to cast Devouring Light, which is exile target attacking or block. It's a convoke, so I'll scry 2 and draw. Top and bottom. I will draw that. And we're going to target the original thing that's bouncing.
The Hammerhead Tyrant.
The Hammerhead Tyrant, yeah.
Okay.
And then I would like to block the other Hammerhead with these 2 flyers. It's a 4/5 and a 5/5. Wait, I don't think I can do that because I'm gonna die. Yeah, we'll have to put 1 on the Hammerhead and then Riot 1.
The 5/5.
That's enough. And either way, I block them dead, so yeah, we'll just declare blocks like that. I don't have a way out.
Okay, so the double block on the
Double block on the original.
on the bounce.
Yeah.
On the bounce. Well, this was the copy because you exiled the. It was exiled, but I just sketched it out to remember what it was. So this was.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're gonna double block and kill this. Take the rest.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And I am dead. Big dead.
Oof. All right. Well,
Ooh.
that's crazy.
Okay, well, I've got 6 life. Let's see how much the table appreciates what I did.
I appreciate you so much for what you did.
And now you're gonna kill me.
If I can,
It's a
you never
good
know. I
thing.
probably might not be able to. I feel like
I pretty much blew my load trying to at
Hey,
the end of Josh's
know what?
turn and on my turn.
You win in spirit because that was.
I could have just killed both of you and then let John win or Josh win. I mean,
You could.
because I could have on the Dragon Tempest triggers. I could have killed both of you guys.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
That's true.
That was the card I just drew.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
So it would have been, that was gonna be gross.
So, all right, is that your turn there, Daniel?
That's all I can do.
All right,
I can,
Corey.
I can pray that Corey kills you before or you kill me.
You will see. There's always a chance. I do have a lot of flyers.
Yes. Yeah, I could have also bounced your guy that gives your stuff flying, and I didn't.
You could have, yeah. No, there was. You're in a tough
I
spot.
should have.
You're
should have given that I didn't realize that I was going to kill him with combat no matter what. The smart thing would have been to, with those 2 bounce triggers, targeted your what is it called? The
This guy.
Yeah, that guy. I can't think of scab or something. Is that what it's called? Something.
Yeah,
Scab.
I would have been able to recast it.
or-
I think I still would have had enough flyers to get you, unless you
Gotcha.
killed me some of the other ways.
All right,
That's the way it goes. You
Yeah.
die high on the crackback a lot of time.
Yeah, you don't get to win this game, man. Not.
Yeah.
This deck
You're
has
welcome.
so many cards. It's wild.
Yeah. I probably should have. On my last turn, I had that dragon in hand. I probably should have. I just in my head I was thinking like I need to get rid of flyers. Not thinking about I need to get rid of that card draw. It is drawing so many cards.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. Like you either die to
Yeah, you're-
impact
you're-
trimmers or
Yeah,
Flying's
and
on
I
it.
bounced that thing 3 times too.
you're right.
Probably should have left it. It would have killed you before it killed me.
Yeah, I guess technically, yeah. Right before it killed you.
Yeah, literally just like, okay, go down to 2 life. John dies. Go down to 1 life. Corey dies. Then I'll cast the Beast Within and bounce the Impact Trimmer.
Go.
So I'm paying 4 to cast the Honor Guard, and then I'm paying 4 more to squat it twice. So it's going to come in as this plus 2 copies.
Okay.
It basically gives all my other creatures +1/+1. So all my other creatures are going to get +3/+3.
Jeez. And now I'm glad I didn't let Corey attack me to bring something back from the yard, because I'd be dead.
Then I will go to Le Combat,
Mm-hmm.
and I am going to. I'm going to attack Greyfax at Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I definitely am dying on John's then.
No, you're gonna go on this.
Okay.
And I will swing my AM at John. So I do have a couple triggers here. So Greyfax will trigger on the attack. It's going to drop in this 2/2 Vigilant Astartes Warrior that comes in attacking. It will also go at Daniel. And then the equipment will then also give all my attackers Vigilance. So, or I'm sorry, Menace.
Okay.
So that's a...
Well, then you only needed to swing the one thing at me.
He did only swing one thing at you. It just
Whoa.
came in attacking at you, I guess.
Oh, it makes a tapped and attacking token. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tapped and attacking, but it doesn't say tapped. It says Vigilance and attacking.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's it. That's your triggers. So it's a menace 7/7.
So you're gonna have a... Yeah, so that's gonna be +3/+3. Yes, so you'll have a 7/6 Vigilant Menace, and if it hits you, you get to recur something out of your graveyard.
I'm going to triple block with 2/3/3s and a 1/1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not the sapling.
Yeah.
I'll let the 3/3s kick the bucket first,
Okay. He'll die.
and then the 1/1/2, I guess.
Alright. I'll create 2 more decayed zombies.
Sure.
Yeah. They're tokens, so that
Yeah,
doesn't
we'll
trigger
go.
Midnight Reaper.
Sure.
Okay. Alright.
You just swung the one thing at John?
Yeah, these 3 just came in this turn. This one at you created this, and then this I held back.
'Cause if we
So I only
have-
had one valid attacker that didn't attack.
Alright.
And then on my end step, no, I'll just pass. I'll pass like that.
Okay. I'll untap. I will draw. Okay. I'll tap for Gisa and Geralf. I'll mill 4, and I can cast a zombie from my yard. Yeah, okay. Play an unclaimed territory as land for turn. I'll pay 5 for a siphon flesh, so you have to sacrifice a creature. Now I'll create a 2/2 zombie for each creature that was sacrificed.
I'll sacrifice my token.
Alright, cool. Then I'll go to combat, right? So I am going to send 9.
I will. Wait,
Okay.
Because they're gonna have flying, right?
Yeah, they have flying.
That it really matters. I'm gonna tap for 1 to just tap down your biggest thing.
They're all the same size except for this.
We'll
I
tap
guess.
one of them down.
All right, cool.
Yeah, and I'll
Alright.
make another clue.
All right, and then I will.
It doesn't matter. She's about to kick the bucket.
I'm a full swing at you, I guess. So
No
9,
flyers.
12,
Fine.
15, 18.
No moss.
All right, the oldest deck came out on top.
GG.
Can't handle the OG.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. With all that was a fun game, everyone. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid. Everyone got to do something. You got a bunch of dragons. You got a bunch of tokens, and you just were really annoying at the beginning of the game. All
I
right.
do best.
All right,
Yeah.
so what we're going to do, I'm going to find someone to raid. We'll start with Corey, and then we'll go around the table. If you want to throw links in the chat, feel free to do that. And just tell everyone who you are and where they can find you on the internet. All right, whenever you're ready,
I'm ready when you are.
we'll go.
So, first off, thanks for having us on. Thanks for the great game, everybody. I am Corey. You can find me on Blue Sky, YouTube, all those places at Sleeve Card, or every Friday where I host a podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff called the Urcast, where me and my friend Cole just talk about all things Magic the Gathering, just various conversation topics that tide us through an hour or so. So feel free to check it out. If you find yourself in Orlando this upcoming Easter weekend, I believe you can find me, and Daniel's going to be there too. Yeah. So feel free to wave hello. You won't be able to recognize me because I don't have a face cam on, but you can find Daniel, and he might be able to point you in the right direction, and you can say hi.
Nerd Gear will also be there selling, so I'll probably be at that booth. And if I'm not there, I'm probably in the creator area playing games in the creator clash,
Cool.
Nice.
which should be fun. And segues to me. Hi, I'm Daniel, Southern Sorcery. All the stuff that Corey just said. Yeah, looking forward to that. Cons are always fun. Command Fest in particular is super fun. It's a lot smaller than like MagicCon, but I think the last time we went to one in Atlanta, and I think I played like 22 games of Commander that weekend. It was nuts, but lots and lots of fun. So it is free to enter, to like go in, and then like they have a bunch of stuff and you can add on, or you can buy tickets that have like VIP passes and all that kind of good jazz, and you can check that out at coolstuffevents.com if you want to grab a ticket. But anyway, look us up, Southern Sorcery. You can find us at just about anywhere, all the social medias. I think the only one we're not on is Threads. But yeah, thanks again, John, for having me on. It's been a minute, so I'm really happy to finally carved out some time to get back.
Yeah, it's real fun having you. I didn't lose to you this time, so that was fresh. That's a nice fresh breath of fresh air. Just I actually won a game that you were in, so that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, and last but definitely not least.
Hey, I'm Josh or Rebel. You can find me Rebel6812 on Twitter. Rebel Gaming 68 on Twitch. Me and my fiance, we stream Commander on Sunday evenings. We're actually switching it up, and we're actually streaming tomorrow, but we're doing an extended from about 6:30 until probably about midnight. We're going to be swapping people in and out. We have a bunch of people coming in and playing. So if you're hanging out tomorrow and you got nothing else to do, tune in. We have some Chaos Commander. Yeah, John, thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure to come on. Always a blast, man.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to have you guys on anytime. But with all that out of the way, I'm John. I run the channel Chaotic Commander and this Twitch stream, and you can find me Chaotic Commander on X and Blue Sky. But that is going to be it. I have found someone to raid. We are going to raid Dice Check. They're streaming Commander as well, so it's going to show them some love. And I hope everyone has a great weekend. I will see you guys next time. Bye.